Hello patrons and welcome to another Friday random Scottish history show and tell. If I'm sounding a bit off, I'm struggling to get a breath just now, so I get out of breath fairly quickly just now. Bit of a lung infection going on. But these are wee short things, so it shouldn't be too bad. So, I was going to do one of the bigger things. Today I was going to do Yvette's cape that she wears. But I need to be sitting down, I guess, today. And I think that would involve maybe a slightly different setup just for the size of the thing, so you can see it better. So today we have this. It is, well, this could be taken as a pocket watch fob, like a pocket watch chain. So in this case, it's not being used for a pocket watch, it's being used for a locket. So this is very much a mourning piece. This is something Victorians, in this case with a wee bit of money behind them, might do to remember their loved ones, their wife, husband, sometimes children. We've all heard about the Victorians taking the photos of their dead children, because you didn't get photos taken very often. It was a fairly expensive thing to do in the Victorian age, and if your child died, then that was your only real opportunity to get a picture of them. You would set them up so they kind of looked alive, prop them up, take the picture, and you have that as a memento, a memory of your child. In this case, it's the husband or the wife that's done this. So this is made of hair, human hair, which was really common in mourning jewellery, to have things made of hair. You leaving us, Zara? It was nice seeing you. Excuse me. So this is 9-carat gold, I've been told, by F&S Jewellers. Now, we'll get into that in a minute. So this arrived from Belfast. A guy called Patrick in Belfast sent me this, and he didn't know too much about it. He himself, he'd had it for about 13 or 14 years, he'd said, that he had obtained it from some friends who are house clearance guys, and knowing that it was real human hair, I think he kind of used it as a party piece. So he would invite people around to the house and have them hold it, touch it, and investigate it before telling them that it was human hair and grossing them out, I don't know why that would be gross. It's really old, I don't know. I don't know why people find hair gross, but anyway. So I looked up F&S, because it has F&S as a marker on this. I'm going to see if you can see this on the other camera. So I feel like that might have been a bit sugary, but so F&S is the only real markings other than decoration that we can see on it. So I had found F&S Jewellers in Bolton, England, and I found them on Facebook. I contacted them on Facebook, just saying, a bit of a weird request. Do you perhaps know if this is something your company might have made? at the end of the 19th century. I'm just looking to find out a wee bit more about it. And they'd got back to me saying, I'm afraid it's not us, sorry, blah, blah, you know. And I dropped a video in there just to give them an idea to show them. So I was keeping Patrick updated the whole time on what I was able to find out. So I'm like, listen, I've tried F&S Sons Bolton, it's not working, but there is a Fattorini and Sons that seem to have a few different locations and seem fairly high end. So it turns out Patrick actually knew of Fattorini and Sons, though he hadn't considered them as a possibility as the originators for this. He had told me that I think he's obviously into his football, because he knew that they had made the FA Cup. They were involved with Bradford Football Club in some way. They were makers of sports and military medals at the start of the 20th century. That they were mainly silver smiths, but that they did work with gold at the end of the 19th century. So I get hold of Fattorini and Sons by email, just really saying the same things, the same queries I gave to F&S Jewellers Bolton, and I've never yet received a response from them. So I don't know if it's maybe because they're busy, they're closed, maybe because of everything. Maybe they actually just don't know. Maybe they don't keep records. I was hoping that they would keep records of these things so they'd be able to tell me a wee bit about it, but I can't find anything about it. So Patrick seemed to think that it possibly belonged to a former Lord Mayor of Belfast, which is possible. I checked the pictures and I don't know that I'm convinced. It is certainly someone with money that had it made, but I'm not convinced it was a former Lord Mayor of Belfast. Now, Yvette usually wears this. It kind of, her belt, the silver belt, the silver thistle belt that we talked about before, holds it up a wee bit. So I'll show you the inside of this locket, because it's very nice to have pictures of people, whether or not we're able to work out who it is. We can try. I took out the picture of the woman because it was removable, but there's nothing written on the back. There's a wee bit of print, but I think that's really the photographer's mark rather than any kind of a date or name. So we'll see if you can see this a wee bit better in the other camera. So those are the two people, one of which this was a memento of. It was possibly the female in the locket, purely just for the length of the hair you would need to make this. We can only assume. We don't know. But it's a very nice thing to have, and a lot of thanks goes to Patrick for having sent it. It was awful good of him. I was sad that he had used it as a party piece previously, rather than maybe being able to obtain any information about it. But I guess all we can do is wait and see if maybe the F&S Jewellers, Fattorini and Sons, ever gets back to us. And we might be able to have a wee update on this one with a wee bit of extra information. So, we'll see. Thank you for Zara being here for like the first 2 minutes. That was good of her. I appreciate that. She's a bit sad at the moment, so it's always nice when she kind of comes out from hiding to see us, though she's after nibbles, I think. So I better go and feed the cat. But thank you very much for joining me again for another random Scottish History Show and Tell, and I hope I'm feeling a wee bit better next Friday. I'm sorry if I sounded a wee bit it can't be helped at the moment, but thank you very much for joining me. Take care.